After glory arrived, invisible pressure followed Ronaldo everywhere he went. Every camera waited patiently for his smallest mistake to appear. Headlines wondered whether his incredible rise had already reached its limit. Ronaldo smiled for reporters, then trained alone through silent midnight hours. His body became stronger, while his mind carried heavier, invisible weight. Coach Matteo noticed Ronaldo breathing differently after another exhausting training session. He warned that pressure could defeat even the strongest pair of legs. Ronaldo answered calmly, "Then I must strengthen my mind as well." That night, violent thunder shook the empty training complex around him. Under one lonely spotlight, a golden football suddenly appeared before Ronaldo. The mysterious ball pulsed brightly, almost like a living lightning heart. Ronaldo touched its surface, and the entire stadium vanished around him. He suddenly stood inside an enormous arena floating high above clouds. Across the field, a masked footballer waited beneath dark moving banners. The stranger stepped forward and introduced himself proudly as Adrian Blaze. Blaze moved faster than any opponent Ronaldo had ever faced before. He stole the glowing ball without letting his feet touch the ground. Ronaldo chased desperately, but every step became heavier than the last. Blaze fired the ball through a floating ring made from flames. "Strength alone will never save you here," Blaze warned Ronaldo coldly. Ronaldo woke on real grass, gripping the ground and breathing hard. The golden football still rested beside him, glowing softly under moonlight. Coach Matteo listened carefully as Ronaldo explained the impossible vision. He answered by creating the harshest training program Ronaldo had seen. First, Ronaldo sprinted while enormous resistance cables dragged him backward. Then he controlled the ball across unstable mechanical balance platforms. Powerful wind cannons attacked him during endless high-header practice sessions. Glowing floor lights changed direction while Ronaldo dribbled between them. Whenever he missed one target, the entire drill started again. By sunrise, Ronaldo knelt exhausted, barely able to stand upright. Still, he returned before dawn, carrying his boots through darkness. His teammates silently watched him complete another impossible training routine. Young striker Leo Santos finally asked to train beside him. Ronaldo taught Leo patience before allowing him to practice speed. Together, they trained while heavy rain flooded the entire field. Then the mysterious golden ball appeared between them once again. A doorway of brilliant light opened high above the empty goal. Without hesitation, Ronaldo and Leo ran directly through the portal. They entered a floating city built entirely from enormous connected stadiums. Thousands of silent spectators watched them from towering cloud-filled stands. At midfield, Blaze waited beside 11 identical shadow football players. Darkness slowly crossed the pitch while one glowing goal remained. Ronaldo attacked, but several shadows copied every movement perfectly. Leo passed toward the left, yet the shadows followed immediately. Ronaldo jumped for a header as the entire sky reversed. He crashed painfully onto a transparent field that looked like glass. Sharp pain exploded through his ankle and knee at once. Blaze stole the ball and scored while Ronaldo remained injured. The floating stadium city began breaking apart into a black void. Ronaldo supported Leo while limping toward the rapidly closing doorway. They escaped only seconds before the collapsing arena disappeared completely. Back home, Ronaldo fell onto the field and could not stand. Doctors carefully examined the painful injuries around his ankle and knee. The world quickly predicted that his legendary career was finally ending. That night, Blaze returned inside Ronaldo's darkest and most frightening dreams. Champions disappear when fear controls recovery. The masked rival warned. Ronaldo nearly threw the golden ball away in anger. His mother stopped him gently before it left his hands. "You survived hunger before. Now you must survive waiting," she whispered. Ronaldo finally accepted recovery as another difficult battle to win. He began by controlling his breathing beside an open sunrise window. Next, he practiced careful steps between chairs inside the recovery room. Leo visited every day, bringing jokes, encouragement, and training notes. Coach Matteo measured small improvements instead of demanding impossible miracles. Ronaldo rebuilt strength carefully, completing one controlled movement each time. He studied every remembered pattern used by Blaze and the shadows. Then Ronaldo realized shadows copied movement, but never understood intention. His imagination could create unpredictable choices their copies could not follow. Weeks later, Ronaldo finally touched the training grass once again. The quiet stadium welcomed him with peaceful light and complete silence. His first sprint felt slow, but he completed it without fear. His second jump rose much higher than anyone had expected. That night, the golden football returned beneath the cold moonlight. This time, Ronaldo invited every teammate to face the challenge. The glowing doorway opened onto a mountain stadium beneath violent storms. High above them, Blaze waited wearing black and gold football armor. 11 shadow players circled Ronaldo's team like hungry hunting wolves. Ronaldo ordered every teammate to change positions without warning. The confused shadows copied the wrong players and collided together. Leo escaped through the opening and scored the first goal. Blaze answered immediately with a powerful shot wrapped in lightning. The glowing ball struck the net with a thunderous explosion. Suddenly, rain began rising upward toward the storm-filled sky. Each teammate faced a darker duplicate standing directly before him. Ronaldo confronted a shadow that copied his famous starting stance. His stepovers failed because the duplicate predicted every familiar movement. Even powerful shots failed against the shadow's perfect defensive timing. Ronaldo slowed down, breathed calmly, and stopped chasing the goal. He passed backward unexpectedly, forcing the aggressive copy to attack early. Then Ronaldo advanced again, using a completely unfamiliar broken rhythm. The shadow lost balance for the first time and looked confused. Ronaldo exploded forward through golden rain with the glowing ball. Blaze slid across the floating line and tackled Ronaldo hard. His recovered ankle screamed with pain, but remained safely stable. Ronaldo forced himself upright before fear could control his thoughts. Coach Matteo shouted that victory required everyone, not one hero. Ronaldo crossed the ball. Instead of attempting an impossible shot, Leo jumped powerfully and headed toward the shining upper corner. Blaze made a spectacular aerial leap and blocked Leo's header. The golden rebound floated high above Ronaldo and his duplicate. Both prepared to jump, but Ronaldo waited one extra heartbeat. The shadow jumped too early and dropped beneath the floating ball. Ronaldo launched higher as golden lightning surrounded his entire body. He drove a thunderous header directly toward the glowing goal. The ball entered, and every shadow shattered into harmless black particles. Blaze removed his mask and revealed a calm, respectful smile. He explained that revenge had never been his true purpose. The mysterious arena existed to test whether Ronaldo could truly evolve. Blaze offered Ronaldo complete control of the powerful golden football. Ronaldo refused the gift and chose to stand beside his team. The violent mountain stadium transformed slowly into a peaceful golden sunrise. Ronaldo and his teammates returned through the portal stronger together. The world witnessed only another dramatic comeback inside a bright stadium. Nobody outside the team ever learned about the arena above clouds. Ronaldo locked the golden football safely inside a private glass room. That night, the ball began glowing without thunder or lightning. A mysterious luminous map slowly appeared across its golden surface. One location pulsed beneath the darkness of an endless frozen ocean. Ronaldo studied the frozen signal, knowing another challenge was approaching. And this time, the entire world might be forced to follow. This fictionalized journey begins on Madeira, where a boy watched ships leave without him. His family had little money, but their tiny home overflowed with stubborn love. Some nights, dinner was bread, soup, and promises that tomorrow would improve. His father worked long hours, returning home tired and smelling of grass. Cristiano often waited outside the stadium, listening to crowds he could not see. Without a real ball, he trained with socks tied into a lumpy bundle. Every wall became a teammate, and every doorway became a goal. When rain flooded the streets, he played barefoot through the silver water. Older boys laughed at his skinny legs and impossible dreams. Cristiano answered them the only way he knew: one more hour of practice. One stormy evening, lightning struck the field and illuminated his battered ball. For one impossible second, he saw a giant stadium hidden inside the light. The vision vanished, but the feeling remained like fire under his skin. At school, numbers blurred whenever a football rolled past the window. His teacher warned that talent without discipline would disappear quickly. Cristiano carried those words home and wrote one sentence above his bed. He promised himself he would become stronger than every excuse. At dawn, he ran uphill while the island still slept. He raced buses, chased birds, and counted every burning breath. By breakfast, his legs shook, yet his smile had already returned. A small local club finally invited him to a nervous trial. His boots were too large, stuffed with folded newspaper at the toes. The coach saw raw speed, wild tricks, and a boy who never stopped moving. Cristiano scored once, then chased the ball as if still losing. His father hugged him afterward, too proud to hide his tears. The club offered a place, but transport money became another mountain. His mother quietly sold a treasured necklace to pay the first expenses. Cristiano promised that one day he would buy back every sacrifice. At training, he arrived first and left after the shadows disappeared. Soon, defenders feared the small boy who attacked every gap without hesitation. Then came the hardest invitation: leave Madeira for an academy in Lisbon. He was only a child, carrying one suitcase and a family-sized dream. His mother smiled until he turned away, then covered her face and cried. Lisbon felt enormous, loud, and completely uninterested in his loneliness. At the academy, other boys mocked his island accent. He called home at night and pretended everything was easy. After every call, he trained alone until homesickness became exhaustion. One morning, his heart raced so violently that the room tilted. Doctors warned him to rest, but he feared rest more than pain. After treatment, he returned carefully, rebuilding his body one step at a time. He learned that courage was not ignoring fear, but training beside it. Weeks later, he touched the ball again and nearly cried with relief. He added strength work, balance drills, and endless finishing practice. His body changed, but his hunger remained exactly the same. During one match, he dribbled past 3 defenders and shocked the academy. A senior coach quietly moved his name to the top of a list. Cristiano joined first-team training and refused to look intimidated. The faster players pushed him, and the stronger players knocked him down. Each fall became a lesson recorded inside his muscles. Before long, the teenager from Madeira was playing under stadium lights. His dazzling feat attracted scouts from one of England's biggest clubs. They saw more than tricks. They saw fearless acceleration and obsessive ambition. The offer arrived suddenly, carrying opportunity, pressure, and a new language. He landed in England beneath cold rain and flashing cameras. The city felt colder than Madeira in every possible way. Training was faster, tackles were harder, and criticism traveled instantly. Fans admired his skill but complained that he held the ball too long. Instead of hiding, he studied every mistake on a small television. He strengthened his legs until defenders bounced away from his balance. He practiced crosses after everyone else had entered the warm locker room. One evening, the old glowing ball vision returned in a dream. This time, the stadium doors opened, but a shadow guarded the entrance. The shadow wore faces of critics, injuries, loneliness, and doubt. Cristiano stepped forward, and the shadow shattered into thousands of footballs. He woke before dawn and trained with a strange new calm. His decisions grew sharper, his passes quicker, and his finishing colder. Goals arrived in waves, followed by trophies and deafening applause. Yet he still called his mother after important matches. He bought his family a comfortable home overlooking the sea. Inside, he placed the old homemade sock ball in a glass case. Fame brought bright lights, but also rumors, pressure, and constant judgment. Every celebration became public and every failure became louder. He learned to protect his private pain behind a practiced smile. With Portugal, he carried the hopes of an entire nation. A painful final defeat once left him sitting alone on the grass. He watched the winners celebrate and memorized the sound of their joy. The next morning, he was already running along the coast. Years later, another final tested his body and his leadership. An injury forced him to the sideline, where helplessness felt unbearable. Unable to play, he became a second coach, urging everyone forward. When the final whistle came, Portugal's long wait finally ended. He lifted the trophy with tears that belonged to his whole family. Back in Madeira, children copied his celebration on the same steep streets. Cristiano visited quietly, remembering every cracked wall and unpaid bill. He funded fields, equipment, and chances for children without advantages. One shy boy showed him shoes stuffed with folded newspaper. Cristiano removed his own boots and placed them in the boy's hands. For a moment, he saw himself staring back from the past. But success never silenced time, and younger challengers kept arriving. Critics again predicted that his extraordinary era was finished. He answered with stricter sleep, cleaner meals, and even harder training. While others rested, he repeated jumps beneath the empty stadium roof. He chased tiny improvements that cameras would never notice. A late career match arrived with his team desperate for a goal. The cross floated high, almost beyond the reach of any player. Cristiano rose impossibly, hanging above defenders like the dream had returned. His header struck the net, and the stadium erupted once again. He landed smiling, not because he proved them wrong, but because he endured. Records followed, but numbers were never the deepest victory. The deepest victory was becoming the hope he once needed. Years later, he returned alone to the childhood field after sunset. The goalposts were newer, but the mountain wind sounded exactly the same. He placed a ball where the lightning had once touched the ground. No storm came, yet the ball glowed softly beneath his hand. The giant stadium appeared again, floating beyond the clouds. This time, the door stood open, and no shadow blocked the way. Inside, he saw every version of himself waiting in silence. The poor boy, the lonely teenager, and the champion finally smiled together. Cristiano understood that fame had never rescued him by itself. Discipline, family, and refusal to quit had built the real miracle. At sunrise, the vision faded, leaving only the ordinary field. Cristiano heard children approaching, arguing about who would become the next legend. He stepped aside and watched them begin exactly where he had begun. One child missed badly and looked ready to give up. Cristiano rolled the ball back and pointed toward the goal. The child tried again, then again, until the shot finally landed. The celebration was small, but Cristiano recognized its enormous beginning. He walked home as the island awakened beneath warm morning light. Behind him, the children kept playing long after he disappeared. And somewhere inside every kick, another impossible dream began.